Welcome back, everybody. We are on the scene. Today starts the fourth quarter. Today is the 1st of September, and thus the best day to sign up for Patreon. Don't wait. Sign up today. What does Patreon come with? Who is it for? Patreon is for anyone looking to invest in themselves to become a better trader. It comes with daily publishes of trade setups, technical analysis, news analysis, macro market analysis, all kinds of insights that I share exclusively with the patrons. There's educational videos and content. This is going to be a big month for our groups. I'm hoping for a lot of new members this month. Check it out. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for the new stream. Let's get into it. Welcome back, everybody. I missed you guys. This has been the craziest few weeks of my life here. We just moved and finally got settled in, got the Streamlab operational. So here we are, the first of the month, the first of the quarter, Q4. This is what we have been waiting for. I'll start it off with a little transparency. I'll say this, I was wrong. I was looking for 58.8 at the close of October. It didn't seem like we quite got there. However, this first day of trading so far, looking pretty nice. So guys, quick, don't forget to subscribe, like the new stream. Love you guys. It really, really helps YouTube show more people our streams when we get likes and subscribes. So let's jump into the chart here. Yeah, we'll go right into the content. That's right. No filler. No filler. Ooh, all right. Here we are. New quarterly, last quarterly of the year. And what is spicy about this is we do tend to see the big moves in the fourth quarter. Let's take a look here at the last few. Boom, boom. 18. Where's 19? Here you are. Out of the last many, even, we should say. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 examples. Last year, October 20th, if you guys weren't around then, which I assume many weren't, October was actually a pretty boring month. We saw very little volatility. However, it was the start of our run-up. You can see Q4 opened at 10K, closed at just under 30K. That was a big move. 2019, a little bit of the outlier here. We see that it really didn't reach its bottom until Q1 of the next year. However, October 2018, Q4, we saw that drop from 6K to 3K. So that was a lot of movement. There's a lot of volatility. And of course, the year before that, who could forget? 2017 Q4 was an explosive quarter for Bitcoin. Traded from just above 3,000 all the way to 20 to 20. So if we're going to get a big move, which I still believe we are, this is the quarter to do it, boys. Yes, we could say a Q1. It may, if we see a very meandering Q4 here, we could wait till Q1 next year, but something is telling me that in the next 3 months, not only are we going to retest our high at 65, I believe we're going to break it. If we look back at history, we see that these are very volatile months. Typically, they do lean bullish. As we can see, there's really only 1, 2 examples here where they weren't. Typically, they lean bullish, but there are no guarantees here. This is a good thing to keep an eye on, so let's get rid of those quick. Quarterly values, really the same things in play. You'll notice they added an extra support here. We have the yearly open that's been tested 3 times. In the first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter, we see that sitting at 28.9, holding strong. We have a more local but still important support, 35,000. That's pretty much going to be the line that we're not going to want to see trading under, and something tells me we won't. If we look at the Ichimoku cloud here on the monthly, we can see the TK and KJ settled nicely in between that 35,000 and 29,000. That's going to be adding a nice block of support, and that to me is saying, man, that we're pretty much just on track. We're on track. As long as we stay above these levels, I think that is extremely probable here. Let's zoom on in a little bit here to the month. We'll get a fresh start. We can see that this month already, with just not even a whole day, what is it, 20, maybe 18 hours of trading, we're already bullish engulfing September. That's right. That level sitting at 47.1. My computer setup's a little weird and different now, so I'm still getting used to it. 47.1, and we can see that we're already above that, trading at 47.7 today. This has been a huge daily candle if we look at it on the monthly time scale. It began trading all the way down here at 43.8, has broken through that local resistance. There's still way too much time to really make any determination on these monthly candles, but it's going to be an important value. 47.1 of utmost importance. Basically, as long as we're above it, I think we're looking for that 58.8 sooner rather than later. We may see trading below. And as we zoom into the weekly here, we're really going to see the spice. You guys know I had big ambitions sitting on this weekly. And with today's trading day, that weekly is looking actually really strong again. So quick, I'm going to look at our indicators here. I don't think they're really going to show us anything. Nope, of course not. Maybe our moving averages. Probably just looking at the 10 here on the monthly. Let's see if that has anything. That's definitely moved up a little bit. Boop. There we are. Actually, very clean here. Very clean. We see the 10 monthly and 5 monthly basically at the bottom of this candle. After crossing bearishly in September, they're now aligned and parallel again, both trending up. Could be worse. Could be worse. So let's get into the weekly, because this is actually when it gets interesting. Our weekly levels have not changed much. It's annoying, but it's all going to change at once when it does, believe me. The weekly Ichimoku cloud is telling us such a story. We've been watching this on this channel for quite some time now. In fact, all the way back here in August when we breached the 46.9 level. We started looking for more upside. We didn't get it. What's up, Lewis? Welcome. Thanks for subscribing, brother. Great to have you. Last week, I know I wasn't here, but last week gave us some spookiness. We saw that 46.9 level lost. And in fact, we saw trading all the way down below our TK line and into the weekly cloud. This was a spooky spook. This was the spook we're looking for, I have a feeling. The important takeaways here is the cloud has held 2 weekly candles as support like we were hoping it would, like we wanted to do and continue to do. But the more important thing here is that we've retaken our kaiju on the weekly. This is really spicy, everybody. Let me turn these tunes down just a tid. This is spicy. With 2 days and 6 hours left in trading, this suggests to us that our hunch about this weekly might be on. So with a close in 2 days above 46.8, we're going to have retaken the kaiju. We've retaken the TK, the Tenkan-san. And they're going for a move that we've been waiting for. Can we get, there we go. We can see that TK, the green line here, is like, you can assume if you're not familiar with Ichi, that these are similar to moving averages. The green being a shorter moving average and the purple being longer, meaning the green is quicker to react, the purple slower to react. And just like moving averages, when a lower or a smaller moving average moves below a longer one, we call that a bearish cross, not a bullish sign. But here we see right there the TK sneaking up, looking to cross above the kaiju right here at 46.8. A close above here is going to get nutty. Will be nutty. We have local resistance at 51.7, and of course that 58.2 to 58.8 range likely to provide a zone of resistance above us. These are going to be our targets. If we can get that close this week, this chart looks amazing. It's all coming together. Took a little bit longer than we wanted it to or expected it to, but that's just how it seems to go. Let's make this red real quick for you guys. Likely to be some resistance up here. However, our cloud looks good. Our cloud is remaining green. It has not twisted. It has not shown us weakness yet. If anything, the weekly cloud has shown us strength. And what gets me excited, this is what I was getting to here, is we had a weak bearish signal back here in June. We've since moved back up, retaken both of these lines, traded above it, fell back below in our spooky event. Maybe that was fuddled with the China ban for the 50th time. And now we're trading back above. And what gets interesting is if we can continue to hold this level into the close and possibly go retest 51.7 in the next week or this week, we will have our cross above the clouds. This is the most powerful bullish signal that this indicator is capable of signaling. There's nothing that beats this. A cross up above the clouds is extremely bullish. A cross down like we got here below the clouds is extremely bullish, or extremely bearish, sorry. You can see though that price was above the cloud here, and this was a weak bearish signal. We recovered rather quickly. When we get this, because at this point I'm getting it confident enough that it's a when, not if. When we get this cross, this most powerful bullish signal on the weekly, we can expect some upside. If we look back on our chart history here, what chart is this? Why does this only go back to 2017? Gosh darn it. It's on Coinbase. No. USD. There we go. If we look back at our weeklies, we can see that this insane bullish signal that we're waiting on, that's coming. Provided we don't sell off crazily into the end of this candle and continue to the downside into next week, we haven't gotten that crazy bullish signal. If we look back here, this was not above the clouds. This was in the clouds. So that's a mediocre, medium strength. This same thing here. This was below the cloud. We're only looking at the crosses up. To find a cross above the clouds on the weekly, we have to go back in time all the way to 2016. Price was sitting at $642, rallied all the way to 20K. Here's some spookiness that I'm just going to drop on top of it here. The date. The last time we got this signal was in October. It's always October. It was in October of 2016. So that was 5 years ago now. This signal may have not flashed for 5 years, and we may be seeing it right now being painted out. Look at this chart. Let's take this off. Look at that. What if this is where we are right now? What if we're right here at $627? That's possible. Now, if we were to match the gains to the upside, the numbers get a little bit, maybe a little bit over optimistic. I think that the percent change, if we were to apply it here at 47, I think that would put price somewhere in the millions. So I'm not exactly predicting millions this year in this run up. However, I think that it is a logical conclusion that if we get this same signal, we're looking to make a parabolic run to a new all-time high. That is my absolute belief. That's my absolute truth. In fact, we had this signal on a smaller time frame. Pull that up. We had this signal on a smaller time frame. Guess when? You'll never guess. It is just like you'll never guess, right? Mid-October last year. This is on the 4-day. On the 4-day, these crosses are a little bit more common. They're going to be a little bit less impactful than on the weekly. But we can see a really similar thing here. We have crosses up on the 4-day in the past, but these have all been below the cloud. That's a weak signal. If we go back, I'm sure we have an example here. We actually got a 4-day cross in October of 2016 as well, and in February of 17. So these crosses are actually really big signals, especially on these time frames. This was one of our biggest right here. I remember this. I'll never forget this right here. October of last year, we got this cross up. People were bearish. People did not think we were going to 20K back then. They didn't. On this channel, we saw it happen. We saw it confirm live. In fact, we had even speculated before it happened that it was coming. When this close happened, it was full bull, ready to go. Look at the string of green 4-day candles after this cross. 10 in a row. This has been a signal in the past, and even recently, this is in my summary of this, recently as last year, this was one of our huge edges. We were one of the only channels looking for upside, looking for new all-time highs at this time. This was what drove it home for us. There was other stuff going on. We had some divergence on these time frames, etc. But But to see this now play out on the weekly is going to spell some very explosive price action. Something interesting here that I noticed as well. On the 4-day, we had a cross in the cloud. Right? Not a great signal. Not a bad signal, but just not very powerful. But what we have been talking about is the end of September until mid-October, we have this weakness in the 4-day cloud. If we were trending sideways still, this candle changes everything. If we were trending sideways still across this weakness, the odds would definitely be to break to the downside. We were even saying if we're going to dump, we were saying this a long time ago, if we're going to dump, I would look right here. Ichimoku Cloud is something that not only can help us with trend, it's one of the few tools that has some value at predicting dates. Some value. It's not perfect, but it's pretty good, to be honest. We've retaken the TK. We have 2 days to go. This 4-day is closing with the weekly, and a close above, again, the 46 level puts everything back into perspective. Things are looking actually really interesting. Market Cipher, moving on to a different indicator. Market Cipher here on the 4-day. My mind is blown. My mind is blown here. This absolutely could be signaling a rollover. We saw lower lows. We don't really see much, kind of just trended off. But if we zoom in here, look at this. That dot is actually right now flashing on and off. On the 4-day, this is actually suggesting to me it's gone. It's on. It was there and then it was gone. It's actually suggesting to me, that little flashing, that right here is a very important level to break. 47.7 seems to be the difference on our momentum here between rolling over and faking out. VWAP very much in favor of moving to the upside. This is a VWAP that is looking to roll over. Absolutely. I believe it's called a VWAP rejection. We'll see. If we look back in time, you'll never guess. When did this happen last? When did this happen last? Was it here? Crap, where did it go? I thought I had a really good example. Well, I'm rusty. But what we're seeing is if this market is to remain bullish, we would expect this money flow to potentially wane down to zero and then make another impulse to the upside. That's what we're watching for here. In a bullish trend, we can see money flow get very close to zero, but it tends to hold it. And we are so close to that zero mark, that VWAP and momentum giving us the potential to do one of these. Absolutely. This chart is prime. It's primed. Are my buttons working? They're working. Nice. This chart is primed. It's locked. It's loaded. We haven't pulled the trigger yet, but it's locked and loaded. Like, no doubt. Is it the 3-day? 3-day, we're back above the cloud. Excellent. We haven't seen this twist yet. I think it's looking for a higher high here to have that full twist. But man, these time frames, when you get into the multiple days, they're all set up. Now, it doesn't guarantee a move, but they're all set up with this potential for a last second just turnaround. Just turnaround all at once. We could see the 4-day recover that money flow, pull the 3-day up, the 3-day rollover, and all of that builds into that weekly twist or that weekly cross. Oh man, you guys, as soon as we get that cross, there's going to be some robe streams. I'm just saying, there's going to be some robe streams. Look forward to those. 2-day, everything. With this candle, with just today's trading in September, this whole chart has been turned on its head. This is completely turned on its head. Before this candle yesterday, that was looking like crap. That was looking really bad. The only real kind of hope there was, well, these red candles' bodies are getting smaller and smaller, and that can suggest exhaustion. Boom. With this candle, the whole chart has the potential to flip, just to flip everything. We're not out of the woods yet. I think the most likely route this is going to take is, well, maybe over the course of the next few days, but it could happen sooner rather than later. we're likely to come up here to that 51.7, 51.8 level, our previous weekly, daily resistance, and find out what happens there. You can see our descending trend line here from our highs lines up right around there. And so a test to that top trend, even if it does reject, is very probable. Very probable. The timing on that, I can't help you. That nobody knows. But it is looking very attractive to price. Man, this could just be the biggest fake out. If we see a complete repeat of last year around this time, what we would expect to see is actually something like this. In October of last year, like I said, everyone was still bearish. People were looking for lower lows, kind of like maybe yesterday, people looking for lower lows. We see this price action back here, and it does look very similar. We have a drop, and what we're going to find is lower highs and higher lows that really come to an apex. They come to like a symmetrical triangle and then break to the upside. That would be the repeat of last year. I'm not so sure. I'm not really confident that's what's going to happen. This, to me, looks like it's ready to blast off or reject from the top of this channel and fall back down, hopefully securing a higher low. But this setup is amazing. It's amazing. I've taken a week off of charts from this moving, not by choice. Holy crap, is it a lot of work to move. But to come back and see this, it's kind of like Bitcoin waited for us, didn't it? It's like, hey, Tom, don't worry. I won't go anywhere. If we zoom on in, let's get a little closer here to price. This trend line does not look right. Something like that. That still doesn't look perfect. Anyway, zooming in, this is beautiful. We had a very ugly pattern. This is very, very ugly. To me, that screamed flat bottom, descending highs. That screams a break to the downside. However, got a little consolidation into the end of September, and we have been blasting off since. Even today, right now, during this live stream, we have pushed this month to a higher high, or we have broken the highs of this month probably more than once, to be honest. This hourly is looking very much to me like maybe not a cup and handle like this. Maybe not. I think that's probably just reading into it too much. But what we definitely have here, and we can see it as prices still moving to the upside, 48K baby, let's go, is we definitely have a little cupping going on. I'm getting alerts all over the place now. Let's real quick here, because this is happening live. This is what we do. We catch the moves live. Let's take a look at our measured move. Not too impressive. We'd be looking for 49K maybe here. If we take our Fibonacci tool, use our local highs and lows, that's not a huge move, but it does get us, importantly, above this hump. If we can make this measured move here, hopefully today, as it sells off, we will have broken to a higher high. That would be a great start. It'd be a great start. Actually, let's see. This looks very much like it broke a trend and then ran, doesn't it? Yep, broke the downward trend, took off into space. Let's get a little closer. Let's take this high. There we are. That would actually suggest there might even be some more upside. Maybe we're looking for a bigger retracement, a bigger extension. So let's actually take it from maybe here down to here. There we go. Now we're cooking with some gas. Now we're cooking 55 to 60. Even the 1618 extension at 55.57, that would place us in some very nice territory. Very nice territory. We've been watching this. Never ends, right? Never ends until it all ends at once. Story of Bitcoin. Our invalidation for bear, for the down. Our invalidation, in my opinion, sitting at 54.5. That's the 786 retrace. We have not gotten there. Interesting that our 1618 extension of this downward move is sitting just above it. That might suggest if we break 48.82 that we're looking to go back to that deep retrace. Typically, when markets hit these 786 or deep retraces, that means that the trend is bucked. That's with a B, bucked. They buck the trend, meaning that if you make it to this deep retrace, you may not go immediately to a new all-time high or something, but that price is likely looking to continue the greater trend. So it could look something like that, could move straight up, I don't know. But that 786 point, that 54,000, in my opinion, if we can reach that, that would create a higher high of versus September and would hit that deep retrace. In my opinion, we're looking for new all-time highs. Timeline on that, we don't know, but that's what it suggests to me. Things are looking decent. Now we've kind of learned our lesson, getting too excited about a few green candles, so it's not quite time to do that, but things are looking very good. And I think what we really want to take away here is the timing of things looking good. I would have preferred it on the last day of October. You don't always get what you want, or of September. You don't always get what you want. But on the first day of October, the first day of Q4, that timing is making this move more significant, in my opinion, than just normal any given move any day of the week. This is showing us that Q3, while it did close green, wasn't quite the time, wasn't quite ready to move. Q4 showing kind of this new energy potentially here, especially if we can see that move to 54.5. So it's showing us that Q4 is looking to be spicy. I have no doubts about that. I think the probability here that Q4 is going to close with a new all-time high in place is greater than not. But that might not be a huge disparity. That could be 51% to 49%. But I think the probability is in favor. 61K, I'm just going to say it again, guys, because it's been a while. 61K makes no sense. It makes no sense. This candle structure we have makes no sense. None of this looks like a Bitcoin blow off top end of bull run cycle. None of it. If you haven't seen them happen before, go back and look on the BLX chart. None of them look like this. This just doesn't fit anything we know. That doesn't mean we can't see something new. However, that has historically been a losing bet. Almost every time someone has said this time is different in Bitcoin, they have been proved wrong. Man, I can't even remember all the people saying that about 20K. Oh, we never break 20K again. Sure, we won't. All right. Actually, let's peek at like the 12 here. No. Why does it keep changing to BTC USDT? I swear I don't have it on there. All right. Daily, I want to see our moving averages quick because I think there's some spice here. Oh, yeah, there is. So the location of this bounce also telling us the story. What we have here are our moving averages on the daily. White is 20, yellow is 50, green is 200. Blue is 100. And then there's one sneaky move in here. The thick white moving average is actually the 20 weekly. And to see price test the 20 weekly for the first time, hold it, and now move up is definitely confidence building. I'm going to drive this home though. We want to see a higher high. We want to see above 48.7. We're very, very close. I think that is probable. But this could be a bounce from the 20. If you guys remember back to May, June, July, I never stopped saying it. We're looking for 48,000. We're looking to test that 20 weekly. If we reject from the 20 weekly, we're likely in a bear market. We did not. So now if we use that same logic, traded above the 20, now we tested the 20, we bounced, we found support. That's a pretty good argument we're in a bull market. What we could say here is, well, here's the 20, sitting about 40,400. We can just use maybe 40K flat. If price goes below there, maybe that's a good spot to get, maybe to get out of a position you're not comfortable in, right? But as long as we're above the 20 weekly, we're cruising. We're moving up. Might not move as fast as you guys want or I want, but above the 20. No bear market has ever existed above the 20 weekly. If you look back, Doesn't exist. Doesn't exist. Every bear market has started with the same move, and that move was a loss of the 20 weekly, a test of it, and a rejection. Every single Bitcoin bear market, period, has started this way. We have the opposite. We did not reject. We moved higher. We came back weeks later, tested it as support, and now potentially it's held. It's getting spicy. So if we look even closer here and forget about the 20 weekly, let's take that off. The daily showing us some pretty great stuff. The 100 daily holding as support. We've retaken the 200. We've retaken the 20 and even the 50 with a close above 46.5. That's it. We're currently at 48. All we have to do is close above 46 and things on the daily look amazing. We can see this 20 has violently changed directions. It was plummeting up until probably yesterday. The 200 trending down a little bit. That could be better. I don't really love that, but I think that we may see that change here. And the 50 following suit with the 20 right here, curling up with this candle. It is amazing how one single candle at the right time can change the way a chart looks. If we can retake all these moving averages at once, things look very good. Very good. Now, what I wouldn't like to see today is close below 45.1. If we lose that 200 again, that can look ugly. I'm just not sure about that. I don't think it's going to happen. We do have a little bit of this cloud above us still. I want to see us leave the cloud. Now, the cloud is typically support if price is above it. It's typically resistance if price is below it. But when you're in the cloud, you tend to find it's both. It's kind of a defined trading range. And that may be what we're seeing here. Where price stopped rallying so far today lines up really well with that cloud. Don't love it, but we do have a bunch here. So we have our KJ in the same situation as the weekly. We kind of like theorized this a few weeks ago. Price fell, started not looking quite like it was going to happen. But somehow this chart has managed to get us right back in the same position. We can see right here. Let's hide these candles. We can see right here. Price is in the cloud. That KJ is flat, just like on the weekly. The TK, the green line, is now curled up, now moving up, just like on the weekly. Guys, these charts look the same on the Ichi cloud. They can both do the same thing. They can both have this cross simultaneously. That will be huge. It would be maybe the most bullish signal Bitcoin has ever flashed. What it's suggesting here is, well, maybe if we do find resistance in this cloud, that's not the end of the world, because we have our TK, our KJ, at 46.3 right here. We could see a rejection from the top of this cloud. We could find support at 46.3, 46.290, and if we bounce from there, it's going to get wild. It's going to get very wild. Price should fly. You will also see that that will end up painting a pattern that we love, the inverse head and shoulders. We love this pattern. It all lines up. It all looks good. It's almost too good. I would say it's too good if we hadn't just gone through what is maybe the most boring, painful Bitcoin price action ever. This was savage. How many days? If we really can look all the way back maybe to April 25th, and we can say price is still ranging. 160 days later, price is pretty much still just ranging in this zone. The FOMO positions are out. FOMOers likely won't re-enter until a new all-time high. Leveraged positions, not a chance. There's just not a chance that any of those longs from 30-ish leveraged are still open. That's been 74 days. 74 days with 3 funding periods per day. Let's see. It's like 225 fundings. Most of that funding has been positive. Any position opened at 30 has probably been eroded down to very little. That's going to free pressure free up pressure. I don't know how to speak. That's going to free up selling pressure, and it's going to make it easier to make a move to the upside. I haven't checked funding. In fact, I probably should right now. We'll see what that has to say for us. Funding, negative, negative. Or positive, positive, negative. Interesting. I'm just going to point this out again. It's weird. If you guys follow funding, I follow it pretty much every day. It's weird that all of the exchanges except for BitGet seem to be either positive or negative, and BitGet seems to be on the other side. Very odd. I don't know really how to interpret this, but what I can say is there's a heck of an arbitrage opportunity here. If there's negative funding on BitGet and there's positive funding on FTX, someone could open a short position on FTX and a long position on BitGet at the exact same price, the exact same time. And this would guarantee that they will be paid funding. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting way to go. Really don't know what to say about that. It's just odd. BitGet is new. I don't know. Maybe they're still figuring it out. It's just odd that it's running against everything else. What's very confidence building as well is, let's take a look at fear and greed. I don't need price on fear and greed. There we go. Fear and greed. This is amazing. We have had the lowest. So we can see fear and greed peaked around December, January in the greed side before falling off, of course, in May. But let's zoom in on this. This is the longest period in Bitcoin well, I guess I'll say fear and greed history, because fear and greed actually is not that old. I believe it started reporting in 2018. But this is the longest period of extreme fear that Bitcoin has ever seen since fear and greed started. On September 29th, fear and greed hit a low of 17. Wait, 20. Extreme fear again. So just 48 hours ago, there was extreme fear, and now we're rallying. Sounds to me like people likely got caught on the wrong side of the trade, and that's usually what we expect to see before a move. So that is hecka spicy. Yeah, I want to see really quick this stupid pie top crap. I think that this is junk. I'm not going to get into it, but let's look at this pie chart, because at some point I want to put this to rest. Let's peek in on it. Seems that we've been holding support here at this 111 daily moving average. So even pie chart is actually somewhat pleased by this price action. Not seeing a lower low. Holding 111, I don't know why 111 daily moving average. It's very random. I don't like this indicator. But if we look back at the previous bull runs. Look back here. Well, pie chart didn't, or this pie cycle top didn't exist back here, so it's not really predictive of anything. What we can take away is these don't look the same, and that's what we want. We don't want them to look the same unless we want it to, unless we want a bear market, which I don't, not yet. We haven't gone far enough. But let's zoom in here. So this was the cycle top in 2017. This is the opposite. This is really similar to what we're seeing with the 20 weekly. The 20 weekly, we would have expected to see what we saw here, which is a fall below the 20 weekly and a rejection. That started every bear market. But we're using this pie cycle thing right now just for fun. We can see that the same thing happened. We fell below it, found resistance, and the bear market was on. Zooming in here, we fell below it. Now we're finding support here. These look very different. This is important. They just look very different.
Multivac is next gen Elrond. Already 2.6 of total 3.4 billion tokens staked.
What's up, DeFi?
NFT marketplace coming Q4. Still under 2 cents snow-capped mountain volcano TA fire.
What's up, DeFi Jesus? Thank you for saving us. What is it? Multivac? Next generation Elrond. I don't know. I don't know anything about Elrond. Definitely don't know anything about Multivac. Lots of tokens staked. That's cool. Smart contracts NFT. Cool. Under 2 cents. Irrelevant. Nothing against multivac, but how many cents a coin is not relevant. Market cap. Market cap. Remember, it's always about market cap. I can try to look it up on CoinGecko. I don't know. Is multivac the ticker, though? Multivac. Ah, oh, wait. MTV. We have looked at MTV. We have. We can look at MTV. We can look at it. I didn't get to just, I want to look at these indicators on the 12 and the 4 here. 12-hour rolling over. VWAP could be better, but rolling over to the upside, I don't think we need indicators to tell us that. Potential bearish divergence unless we move higher on RSI. 4-hour just rolled over, looking strong. Momentum on just every time frame is up. It's hard to TA when it's just up or just down. There's not a lot to be said. It's like all of your indicators are just going to be smashed up. But down on the 1 hour, we don't have bearish divergence here. That's a good sign. At least according to RSI. We have a higher high. Higher high. Straight. Same on Mecha Diesels. So this is still looking good. We haven't seen necessarily this tap out yet. Money flow on the 15 is beautiful. And momentum. Ooh, selling momentum waning off here on the 15. This is suggesting probably more upside to come. Hopefully the 5 reflects the same. And it does. Wow. Wow. Look at that, Mac. 5 minute is coiling up for a move. Money flow on the 5 and 15 is very strong. I think we're looking for higher. I think we're looking for... Where did you go? Actually, that was interesting. Price really responded to this. I don't even know where that's from. I'm going to delete it. Okay. With the 5 and 15 in the way, in their condition, I think we're looking for this local measured move. Yeah, just under 50. Okay. That's looking very probable. 49. Yeah, we already had that number. Looking very probable here with our low time frames. 49.280. 30 minute. Ah, man. It's been a while since the small time frames have looked solid, and they really do. 5, 15, 30, 45. All of them with a gorgeous money flow, like just gorgeous. The 1 hour here has not lost its strength. It just needs to break past this high. We see VWAP coming over. That's agreeing. That is not too shabby. 90 minute just rolled over. It doesn't have any of the issues with the hourly. 49.280. Looking very, very likely. Okay. Sweet. All right. I did want to look at total here. Total has been our guide. Ooh. I got to insulate this room better. You guys probably hear cars driving by now. That's loud AF, at least for me. Total has been our guide. Total has looked more like alts, but since it represents the whole space, that's actually unusual because Bitcoin is most of the market cap. Well, the largest share. So we would expect them to look more similar, but Total has been a guide for us throughout this entire period. In early September, we saw a double top on Total, and I said, guys, double tops, double bottoms, they're just not really, they don't work well in crypto. I don't know why, but just almost never. I don't want to say never, but almost never. At least I can't remember a single example of a single or a double top or double bottom being a major reversal. I think you can say, okay, like Q4 2018 and like March 2020, that was like a double bottom, but I wouldn't say they're a double bottom because they're about 10%, maybe 20% difference. That would be like the only one. And so having this double top here, we said, hey, that's actually not a bad sign. We're likely to see some short-term drawdown. We did. We haven't seen that high tested again yet. But this is not looking bad. This is not looking bad at all. Hasn't quite gotten to that 0.5, but it's trucking back up. Money flow about the same. We're going to look at MTV then, because we do have a chart for that. Right as the weekly starting to look weak on the weekly, we're getting this nice candle again. I don't think Total is interested in downside, boys. Look at that. Oh. Total tested the TK 1, 2, 3 times. If we get a bullish engulfing on this weekly on Total, or retested that all-time high for a third tap, extremely likely. Held the TK and the 20 weekly at the same time. That's just fire. That's just straight fire, man. Straight fire. Moving back up. Yep, retaking the 200. No, it never even made it. Retaking the TK on the daily. Dude, this chart's primed. Total crypto market cap. The entire space looking bullish still. This can't be true. Well, I don't know. I don't want to say can't. I hate using definites. But that logically can't be true if Bitcoin is going to enter a bear market. You just, from what we know in history, you can't have Bitcoin in a bear market when if the entire space is going to keep moving up. Nice. MTV here. This is looking pretty wick off to me. I wish this had a larger wick on the bottom so we could have a very defined spring. But it looks like we traded to higher highs here. September. Did not see a back test there. But this is painting a nice little pattern. You already have the breakout too. I think 1 cent, if you could grab this at 1 cent, I think that could be an amazing entry. But are we even going to get there? You got bullish divergence off your low. Money flow is not optimal, but you have bullish divergence on RSI and MACD on your daily. Your weekly is consolidating. Money flow is okay, actually better than most of the space. And you're above your TK. The whole market, I swear the whole market is above its respective Kaijuns and Tenkensons. I'm still of the opinion MTV is looking for that measured move. I think it's looking for just under 1 cent. Wait, not 1 cent, 10 cent. 9.5.
Only a Sith trades in absolutes.
Only a Sith. What's up, Roberts? How you doing, man? Only a Sith trades in absolutes. That's true, though. You can't trade in absolutes. As much as we always want absolutes, there's just literally never such thing. No matter what. No matter what anyone tells you. Me, anybody. There's no such thing. Oh, look at this. I don't know when this was drawn. That'd be interesting to see. But price seems to be following the curve. So what we'd expect, or for the ideal, what we'd want is a touch of that 1.03 cent area. Doesn't have to come, but if we do get it, we get an awesome trade setup because we have our high here and here. We've established a neckline. We've broken the neckline. If we get a entry at 1.03 cents, we can look to ride that to 7, maybe even 9.5 cents for like a 10x almost. That would be optimal. You may not get it. Crypto, not a huge fan of clean back tests. But when you get them, those are the entries. Those are the entries you want. Price seems to be following what we were looking for. It really is painting that inverse head and shoulders on the macro. This thing looks good. Looks very good. There's your neckline. Right at 1 cent. Psychological value as well. I'm going to throw down a long position there. We don't know. We don't know if it'll ever fill, but I would rather miss the boat than board the Titanic. And so this is a monstrous trade. We actually can, I was going to look to stop it below this weekly resistance level, because if we traded below there, well, then we probably broke our pattern. However, the upside here, so this is only to 7 cents. If I were taking this trade, I would look for that 9.5 cents. That's an 800% gain. And in my trading mind, what that says is we can be looser with this stop. In fact, we can bring this stop all the way down to May's low. And it's still a 10-to-1 risk to reward. Meaning you could take this exact same trade 10 times in different instances. And if you won one of them, you would break even. Look at how loose this stop loss is. Certainly, I wouldn't recommend this. Certainly not with leverage. On spot, do as you do. But the probability of it coming down here, honestly, of it even breaking that weekly resistance level, like what, 0.007 cents, not so high. I think I'm going to leave it like this because it's intended as a spot trade. But that's some spicy. That's a spicy trade setup. If you can catch that, you could be looking at an 850% gain. Not financial advice, as always. Just sharing my opinion, sharing what I see. And yet again, my stupid stream deck is not working. Womp. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready as well. It's good to be back, guys. I wanted to get through like some TA and stuff to give you guys the update. Whoa. Wanted to give you guys the update. I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry. We're going to do a long stream today. It's just great to be back. You know, we were away for so long. I didn't really know what would happen when we came back. We got 271 watching. That's not too shabby. That's pretty good. For taking a week off, that's pretty good. We got 125 likes with 270 watching. God, at these numbers, we're never going to reach our 420 goal. So a kind reminder, if you haven't yet, to smash that like button. Help us get to 420. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. We're live. We're going to be live here every single day. All week. You don't want to miss them. So being subscribed and in the Discord is going to help you keep up with our day-to-day updates on the market. And I have a feeling these next few days are going to be very interesting. Something tells me that it's going to be pretty darn spicy. Whew. Something tells me. There we go. 145. We're inching up. 260 watching. We lose subscribers every time I point out how many people are here. I like it. I like it. Love you guys. I feel so rusty. I feel so out of touch. I haven't been up to date on the charts as I usually am, but I'll get back into it here. Get back into it. I'm going to do a little overtime charting. I think what we should say, Patron, let's chill it again. It's the first of the month, so I'm going to jam this down your throats, and then we stop, I don't know, about 2 weeks into the month. Sign up for Patron today. Invest in yourself. Let me help you become a better trader. Patron also has available memberships with one-on-one crypto mentoring with myself. That's a lot of value. Not a lot of people offer that. There's all kinds of goodies. All kinds. All kinds. I'm done chilling it, I guess. Comes with exclusive trade setups, TA, educational content, videos, etc. Patron nights. We're going to be going really hard this month on Patron because last month, obviously, I had a lot going on in my personal life and couldn't give it the attention it needed. So I'm going to make it up to everyone. If you've been thinking about joining over the last few months and haven't, this is the month to do it. This month we're going to have the most content. Period. Ooh, I like that trend line. We're going to have the most content of any patron month to date. So hopefully you guys join. Great to have a bunch of new fam members. Market's heating back up. Things are going to get interesting. You're not going to want to be alone. Let's see, who else? Vladimir Akimovic. What's up, my man? Chemirika Werakum. Igor Pasarek and Manatiger. What's up, guys? Thanks for subscribing. Great to have the new fam members here. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully everyone else is just planning on joining us here shortly. What else can we look at? You know, let's do an update of the majors. Let's do a majors update. Oh, maybe not.
Yo Tom, hype for this pump. Can you check out $JMIA stock? Mainly been looking at the weekly.
What's up, Mr. Sadageki? What up, my dude? Yeah, can't say I've ever heard of that, but let's take a peek at the stonks. I think after the stonk, we're going to look at the majors. We'll look at Ethereum. We'll look at Cardano and whatever else is moving. Let me pull these up. Bomb. All right. Make a copy. So what is this? Jamia. It's a Jamia. Hey, it's a Jamia. Jamia. Here we are. Mostly the weekly. Good. Good, good. Thank you for the time frame. That's spicy. So for a stock, this is a baby. Unless this isn't the full history. This is a baby for a stock. We only have 1, 2, about 2.25 years of history. But that's still a good amount of time. I see what you're looking at, brother. I see it. And we're gonna This does look spicy. Let me grab these monthlies real quick here. Let's do 1550. 5950. Here we go. Yeah, bud. One moment, and I will share what I'm seeing with everybody. But I think I'm seeing the same thing you are. Oof, 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 oof. Not ideal here on the weekly. Now with VWAP trending down. Not ideal. But momentum. Ooh, momentum. Giving us hope. No real divergence on RSI. No, I guess there's bullish divergence here. Yeah, there's bullish divergence here on the weekly on MACD between these lows as our lows came down and our price came up. I think what's really going to be the player here. Always sucks to see stuff under the cloud on the weekly. What's going to be the player here is the retracement. It's going to be the retracement. What I don't like to see is we are underneath the 100 daily, the 20, and the 50. That typically is not ideal for an uptrend. However, let's take a peek at what I assume you're looking at. And yeah, baby, here we are. Right on. Right on that golden pocket. Beautiful. So we have seen a rather strong retracement on this. It traded as high as what, like $60? Yeah, 60. Ooh, 69. Nice. Traded as high as 69. And since we have seen quite a bit of selling, 75.9% drop. Man, what is this? An S coin? However, there is hope. There is hope. We see consolidation, specifically right here on the weekly, back in 2020. We see consolidation at this level. A little bit here, but I would say this is the major point. And the interesting aspect of this, if I can get TradingView to work, is we've hit a high and now we've come back down. We are floating, literally floating above that golden pocket. So our 618 is sitting at 1683 and our 65 to complete the golden pocket is at 1556, which is monthly. We had a monthly resistance there. there may be an excellent entry on this stock. There's potential. Depends how you'd want to play it, but here's how I would play it. There we are. It's dirty. I think we can even take it from here. So the choice is going to be whether you want to open, or it is, of course, not financial advice. It's just opinion. In my opinion, the choice would be, do I want to look to enter at that 17 level at the 618, at the golden retrace, or do I want to be a little more conservative and try for a 1550? Try for that monthly resistance back tested as support. Honestly, I would probably look for that monthly. I'd probably look for that 1550 area, because that's going to free up your stop loss to have a little more wiggle room. A little more wiggle room. If we get the bounce there, so let's say our trade fills and doesn't stop. Yeah, buddy. We're looking for about 40 bucks. Back up into our golden pocket yet again. That could be quite a trade. Quite a trade. So let's see, that would be 150%. Okay. All right. 150% upside versus 12% downside. I think that's a trade and a half right there. Trade and a half. That's technically amazing. What you'd be looking for is retrace to that golden pocket and then the exact same move. Retrace to the golden pocket in the other direction. Certainly there's potential here for it to keep running, obviously. But I think as a trade for a short-term position, this is it. Easy peasy. You can even almost imagine that descending trend that would paint there. I can like see it. Now on the macro, what is cool is you do have the potential for this. Big old cup and handle. Shoot you out all the way up, maybe 177. Gonna have to see a bounce near that golden pocket. Really don't want to see it trading below 11. But I think this is a solid, that's a solid little move. Take it like that. Let's put alerts. Stop. That way I know. That way I know when it enters. I like to know when I'm wrong, you know. Done. Sweet, man. Jamia. I like the way this looks. I do. I like that there's a, like that monthly right there is selling it for me. This monthly. You're so close. If you're impatient, probably looking to play it from 16.8. But if you're patient, 15.5.
It's a great day for cryptography. You could not miss today on YouTube. Thanks for everything, Tom. Show me the magic of cake. Bust, is he still alive? I love you.
Aw, Thunderfield. Made me blush. I love you too. Love you all, fam. We can definitely take a look. Cake. US. Ooh, it's over 9,000. Leon Berger. What is up, my friend? Welcome to the Patreon. You are the very first sign up of this month. Great to have you. Great to have you. Make sure you join Discord. Connect your Patreon account to your Discord account. There's instructions there. Don't worry. You can always shoot me a message and we'll help you figure that out. But welcome, brother. Great to see people investing in themselves and great to have some new fam members joining us. Very nice. Well done. Well played. All right. So Cake BUSD. Today I'll not let you escape. It is a great day for cryptography. I wish I knew anything about cryptography. I think I know what it is, but I don't know how to do it. We should get some cryptographers in here. Let's take a look at what we were looking at last time on the old Cakearoon. We were looking for a bounce from 26, that consolidation. But let me see. Yep. Just like almost everything. 15th, 16th, 17th of May. Pretty much everything we were looking at went out the window with that drop. So here we are again. I'll get rid of this shame for now. So that level that we were looking to bounce from, we have seen tested as resistance and reject on the 27th of August. That's not the end of the world. Our $9.34-ish area has held. I think we can get rid of some of these levels now. Looks like held as support. Now resistance. Potentially a support. Nice. You're above the... All right, so you're sandwiched in here. This is a sketchy place to be. It's not necessarily bearish or bullish, but it's definitely a stressful spot. On the daily, we've tested the 200 and the 20. The 220 just crossed bearishly 2 days ago. You have held support off the 100. And so you're really kind of in a zone. What you want to see is a close above that 200 daily, seemingly sitting at about $20. We haven't gotten that close yet. Could happen today. Let's look at our retrace. Yep. Daily resistance here, sitting right at our golden pocket. This is looking likely, though. Let's draw that out. There it is. That. Let's check it from the other direction. I'll try it from here to the 0.5. All right, so let's tell the story of this chart. The story of this chart goes as this. We had a new high all the way back in February. Broke that high, moved to the all-time high now at about $44. And with the rest of the market, we saw it dump in May. Pretty much the exact same price action as almost every other alt. What looked like a flat bottom with descending highs. However, our lows came up. This retraced. Didn't I just do this? Why did I forget where it was? We retraced to where we were looking to hold as support, which just so happened to be in our golden pocket. So we retraced to 2614 where we found resistance. Now we've sold off and it looks like 16-ish holding that support now. So we had a move to the upside, a retracement, a golden retrace, which rejected price. And now what we're looking for, well, this is the 0.5, so it can come as low, honestly, as down here. Is about $15. What we're looking for is for that to hold, and that will give us a 0.5 retrace, which we have right now, or a 0.618, and then we're going to look for upside. Could just hold here. Don't really see it yet. We do have bullish divergence, I believe, unless I'm thinking of MTV. Nope, we do. RSI, we have a higher low. We have a lower low in price. And same with RSI, or same with RSI and MACD. I am rusty. I am rusties. Money flow looking better than the rest of the market, even on the daily here. Very nice. Today's a day of me just placing trade setups. It's just what it is. Let's take that down just under 1450. Even right there is a good trade. Four-ish risk to reward. But I want to play something a little more wild styles. Let's take it, stop a little lower, and let's look for a move back to the high, 130%. That's looking decent. That's looking decent. More conservatively, of course, you could look to make your stop below that 786 retrace, below 1292. And that still keeps you at a 5.8 risk to reward here, just back to 38.48. We'll do moon math and then we'll move on. So the moon math. We love to look at the moon math, right? We do. It's always fun. Moon math tells us, well, if we do break our all-time high, which we're not there yet, but if we do, where would we look next? And our moon math is suggesting the next highs again, if and when 44.13 breaks, we might be looking at 113 or as high as 200. Those are some big gains. Those are some very big gains. We got a lot to do first. A lot to do. If this trades below $10, I would be out. I don't think that that's likely, but I don't like the potential setup there with the lower high. If we came back down to 10 to retest May's lows, we get a very flat bottom with descending highs, and that does not bode well. I don't see that happening right now in anything in any of the time frames we've looked at here. I don't see it yet. No, don't see it. Just waiting for this to catch. I think that we might trade down to that golden pocket first. Cake. You can't have your cake and eat it too, right? That's what they say. Yes, you can. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Thunderfield. Love you, man. Leon Berger. Wait, didn't you already sign up? You already signed up. I didn't see that message. It's hard to read all the chat. I guess you sent it multiple times. You did join it. Yo, Crypto Face. What's up, my man? Good to see you. We were playing a little league. The league earlier, about to get on. Let's see. What did you say? I think that's a valid point, so I'll read it. Leon says, I'd like to join your Patriot. You can join my Patriot anytime. He means patron. But you've joined so many already. Fair enough. And they all just take your money and a lot of BS afterwards. Give you 3 good trades, and I plus your group will join. Well, you did join, and I appreciate you. I can understand that, guys. I can understand that. It's hard. I think people don't really understand just how difficult it is to...
One more for you, bro. I think Crow, BTC is forming an ascending triangle pattern on the daily.
Oh, well, look at Crow. He sent that. Mr. Geki. Right on. What I was saying is... Ooh, Crow. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Let's go. We'll do Crow. But what I wanted to say is, I don't think people understand, and I would get it, like being the, the client side. You have lots of expectations. And you should, because you're paying good money. You earn that money. It means something to you. But it can be very difficult, and I'm not going to speak for other creators. I don't know what they do. But it can be very difficult to consistently come up with trades that you feel confident about. A lot of the time, if we have a lull in content, obviously not last month, but when there's a lull in content in Patreon, tends to be times where I just am not seeing confident trades. And so I guess this is my moral code. But I would never post something just to post something. And I think a lot of people would prefer that, or at least they think they would prefer that. Just because then they feel like they're getting their money's worth. But it's, for me, it's, I don't want to post stuff unless I feel really confident about it. But this month, like I said, I don't know actually if I said this, but this month is going to be a big month for our patron group. If you're going to join it all and expect content, this is the month to do it. I owe the patrons from last month some extras. And this month I think is going to be spicy. And so, yeah, this is time to do it. Put it this way. Mr. Leon, you already joined, so that's that. But at the end of the month, come talk to me. I'll offer this to anybody. Anyone who signs up for Patreon this month. You sign up. Come talk to me at the end of the month. If it was a total terrible experience, we'll work it. We'll work it out. I'll give you a refund. Give you a refund or something. We'll work it out. So don't worry. All right, Crow for Mr. Higeki. Crow still in pattern. We spotted this, I have to say it. I know you remember, but we spotted this ascending low, flat topped pattern, which is potentially very bullish. We found an inverse head and shoulders back here. We didn't get the back test, but it did send us higher. And let's see where we are now. Man, I haven't looked at Crow. This thing has moved a bunch. Looks like 15-cent support held here at the end of September. Now we're seeing green like the rest of the market. MACD momentum on the daily. Selling momentum is falling off fast. Looking as if even potentially today we could see buying momentum out of nowhere on Crow. RSI not really telling us a story. Really no divergence on RSI or MACD. Money flow looking stronger than some, but not a lot of new stuff there. What I do like is yesterday's candle opened at the 200, closed at the 20, and now has not traded back below that 20. That's a good sign. That is a good sign that this market is still trending up. That it is painting the pattern that we've been looking for. Weekly doesn't really have issues. We're above the 20 on the week, we're above the 50. Momentum waning off a little bit here on the weekly, but we don't have a higher high, and so we don't have bearish divergence. In that same, on MACD or RSI, in that same aspect, we don't have bullish divergence either. We just see our lows coming up, and so are our indicators, and so that's just pretty neutral. Pretty neutral. Weekly, this is not the best. Not the best weekly. A lower low, decent body candle. Where are we going, buds? So we've gotten back to our golden pocket. Haven't quite hit our deep retrace yet. Having trouble seeing with all these. There we are. Where's the edge? Where's the edge, man? 12 hour. Do you have our edge? Where is it? VWAP on 12 hour, real mean. So actually, here's a cool time to connect what we were saying at the beginning of the episode to now. I believe this is on the 4-day. On the 4-day for Bitcoin, we're seeing here on Crow what we're hoping to see on the 4-day for Bitcoin on money flow. So money flow looked to roll over. And if we zoom in, we can see right here, virtually touched zero. Had every sign of rolling over. But before it did, before money began leaving the market, it began flowing back in again. That's very bullish. In a bullish trend, you'll expect money flow on long time frames to remain above zero, to remain positive. You would also expect trips to close to zero, which are the spookies, which are the fake outs. And that's what we got here on the 12. So this is a pretty bullish 12 hour, especially with this monstrous VWAP. This high on VWAP on the 12 hour looks to be one of the highest ever. If not the highest ever. I'm not going to go all the way back and look, but one of the highest. That's showing some pretty intense buying pressure. I believe that's going to translate out. I think that's going to translate out. Are we back to our golden pocket? Nope. Our new golden pocket right above our macro. This is going to be the area that is tough. Interesting, the 0.5 and the 618 are exactly our macro golden pocket from back here. I think we're moving to 17.7. This is hard. I want an edge. 4-hour momentum, no signs of slowing. Money flow on the 4 looking to roll over. That VWAP leaves a little to be desired, but with the 12 hours condition, I'm not really worried. I'm digging this. We haven't seen it slow down yet. Hourly looks pretty strong. I think we're looking for 17.7 cents again. Ooh. There's a nice little trade that completed a while ago. Early September. What did we hit? $14.5% take. Place live. On stream right here. Did not get stopped. There you go. Tom Crown's free money machine. Go burr. All right. Can't look at Crow anymore. Actually, yes, I can because I don't look at BTC. So this was a huge confidence builder. This is a Crow not measured in dollars, but measured against Bitcoin's value. All the way back here, we were looking for a bottoming pattern. Looks like it's painted out. We've tested our highs here 1, 2, 3 doesn't really count, 4 times. Our lows have come up for the most part. I'm looking for a retest of 414 sats. You can see even last time we looked at it, we painted this out. So far, so good. Let's see that return to 414. I'd like to see a breakthrough, move to 500. Maybe we see a retest of that 414. But there should not be a lot of resistance after that. This drop is one of the ugliest drops in crypto. Crow BTC. Look at this. It's one of the ugliest drops. It was virtually only red candles for 150 days. Almost nothing looks like that. You guys know we're always looking for retracements. We're always looking for bounces. Almost nothing moves this way. It's very odd. Not comfortable to have lived through, but the upside to this is without those retracements, without those bounces, without those reliefs, we're unlikely to have created any significant resistance at all. This is all thin. This is a very thin order book, thin air. Oh, you even asked for BTC, Crow. My bad, bro. Well, I'm on it now. This is unlikely to have painted or created any resistance. Why? Because we didn't get that normal movement that we get in charts, that we honestly get so consistently that we trade by, right? We didn't get any of that. We just got red, 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 all the way down. So once we can break through this first level where we did bounce and reject it again back here, once we can break through here, 414 sats, that's where I have it pinned. Our wick goes up to 500. So that's going to be really the only other thing in between. You break that 414 and preferably 500, and all of a sudden you are looking for some massive retracement. This has so much energy. That arrow was pulled back so hard, and it's still waiting to be released. If it can break 414, boom, arrow, let go of the string, that arrow flies forward. Would not surprise me at all to see it move to 1,000 sats, to double very, very quickly. And that's because you just don't have anything. This is a big old void. If you look on higher time frames, we're likely to see even bigger void. I'm going to make a third chart here because it's busy. There we go. So I can illustrate my point. Right here. That's it. That's it. We have a huge range. We consolidated at a low. We found a bottom, moved up, consolidated just above that low, moved up for a lower high, and we fell back below it, which is not great. But now we're basically struggling. This was support, support was broken, and that's why we're seeing this struggle. Now, yeah, it could break down, sure. I think that's unlikely, mostly because of the fashion that which it moved down. As soon as you escape this range, what do you got? You have a little bit here, and you got a little bit here, and like that's it. That's it. That's this whole chart. You break above this range, you're looking for this. You get rejected, maybe you're looking for a double bottom down here. I don't think that that's very likely. This is capitulation. This is a long, slow capitulation. This is on the weekly now. I guess TLDR. The reason I think that this is doing this, and honestly doing this, is because this was only selling. This is very, very unusual. And if you think about this in the reverse, if you can imagine a chart that looks like this, right, with no pullbacks, well, what do we usually expect to happen? Fall right back down. You didn't build any support. It's like you climbed a ladder, but you jumped up that ladder to, like, I don't know, a few rungs up because there weren't any. There's nothing to cushion your fall. It's the same thing in reverse here. There's nothing really to stop this rise. All it has to do is break out of the range. That's it. 500 sats. Maybe we should just start calling it 500, because 500 is a cleaner number, and it's exactly 500, which is pretty interesting. Psychological. You break that 500, you're looking to double quickly. If you even stop there, I don't think you do. I think maybe you consolidate. You're looking to triple. You're looking to go to 1,500 sats. Boom. This can get wild. Let's put an alert. Crow BTC, and it'll just all caps. Boom. There we go. All right. Yeah. I like the Crow chart. In transparency, I don't really have any. I have like 100, whatever the minimum was to get the Crow card a long time ago that I never used, but I still like the card itself. I don't really have any, but I think it looks great. I think it looks a lot better on the macro than many of the other coins we've looked at. Okay, I've been talking for how long? Let me see, how long have I been talking? Oh, only 86 minutes? I'm out of practice. It feels like it's longer than that. So what have you guys been saying? Let me pull up the chat here, and let me see what you guys are talking about. You see an ascending triangle. I'll go back. Sorry, I got off on like a tangent. You see an ascending triangle. Let me see if I see that. I don't see that. To be totally honest, I don't see that. Let's hide this. Okay. So, okay, we could do it like this. I don't see it, brother. I don't see it, brother. You know, I respect you, and I love that you're here. I don't see it, though. For this to be an ascending triangle, it would have to look a lot more like this. We wouldn't have these highs here. We wouldn't, you know, to have an ascending triangle, you need this kind of price action. You need your highs and your lows coming up. They're squeezing. It's making less progress to the upside, less progress to the downside. And then typically they break to the downside. But we don't have that here. We don't. We have the highest point immediately. We have the highest point right off the bat, right off the low. We have a spring. It gets sold off. And then this is what you have. So I would actually argue that this is not an ascending triangle. I would argue this is one of our favorite little patterns. Flat top, lows coming up. That's what I would argue. Money flow on the daily here. I'm looking to agree with that. Oh wow, yeah, VWAP primed. Momentum primed. Money flow just below this low. Not perfect. If that was a little higher, it'd be perfect. But everything on this is doing this to me. You can see our last trip to negative money flow. Much weaker than the previous back here. So our lows are coming up. Our trip to positive money flow here, much higher than the previous, so our highs are coming up. Let me see. You're looking at, we're looking at different exchanges. This one is on, what am I looking at? I think I'm looking at Bittrex. Which one are you looking at? Yep, I'm on Bittrex. What's up, Matthew D? What's up, Matt D? Matt D, how you doing, brother? One day DGB will rise. People like Crow so much. Ah, we got some Crow fans. Honestly, like I said, I have like, you know, whatever amount of Crow, like 100, 150. Meaning I have, like, whoa. It has to be more than that, right? I think I had, I think it was like 150 bucks worth. I don't know. I have very little, but I like the way this chart looks. I don't plan on investing in it like any more than I have. Yeah, I don't plan on buying more, even though I see this pattern. But I can't unsee this, man. I can't unsee this. These lows are coming up beautifully. And your top, your highs. Flat top, ascending bottom. So we almost have a similar pattern on the USD and BTC pair, which is interesting because it doesn't happen that often. Of course, we cut it a little differently this way. This doesn't happen that often. I think this chart looks, from a chart point of view, really good. And the biggest argument is that you have this whole area. You have this whole kind of zone with nothing. It's like Ethereum. It had a giant void of trading between 0.5 and 0.077, 0.05 and 0.077. It took a little bit, but then it shot right up there and just consolidated. When you see these voids, price loves to move to them. Bittrex as well. Huh. I wonder why. If this is Bittrex, you're on Bittrex. What was, man, people are loving Crow today. That's wild. The chart looks bullish, man. We've been waiting. We've been waiting on this, forever. Where's Ultra Chaos Steve? Ultra Chaos Steve, way back here. March. Back in March, we were looking at this, and I was saying, man, we're looking for this to fade off to support, and then to make a move. That's pretty much what happened. Faded off to support, tested the high, so now what we're looking for is a higher low, and we're looking to break. I don't know. I can't unsee it. I cannot unsee it. Let's do this. Oh, that's savage. Let's do like that. That's too tight. Giggity, that's what she said. Let's try it to just 5. Do something like that. 3 to 1, I'll take it. I'll take it. I like the chart. The coin, meh, I don't know. But I like the chart. Let's check back in on the corn. Actually, no, I was checking in on what you guys were saying. I keep getting distracted. No problem, Leon. Thank you for signing on, brother. Great to have you. Shane Walter, nothing's 100% exactly. There is biggest fallacy traders make. The biggest fallacy when you start is that there is such thing as a sure thing. There never is. Doesn't matter who you are. You could be Warren Buffett. You could be, I don't know, your little brother. No one is 100%. It's not even that no one's 100%. It's that there's not even 1 minute. There's not even 1 second of something being 100%. Trading is all probabilistic. It's all about probability. If you flip a coin, you have 50% chance of heads, 50% chance of tails, right? But if you can change that probability to 51% heads, 49% tails, that 1%, that 1%, that extra piece, that is the edge you have. That is where your profit comes from. Unfortunately, it's never 100. At best, maybe it's 60% at best. There's no such thing as a sure thing. What's up, Captain Kirk Crypto, Praveen, James Lockey, Bear Stiv on the 1 hour and 2. I'm assuming you mean corn. Yeah, right here. Sure. Sure. We're going to have to see at least a red candle close, though, before we're going to start yelling bearish divergence. At least. Is that a joint? What's up, Mark Hubbs? How you doing, bro? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to have you. Good to have everybody back. Who else is here? Higher frequency music. Spicetober. You're hired. You're hired. Higher frequency music. Spicetober. I like OctoBULL. OctoBEAR. But Spicetober. We also have Rocktober. Thanks. Shout out to Beardy Day for that one. You can actually talk to someone on the Crow Exchange. That's worth something. Good luck trying to talk to anybody anywhere else. Good luck. I have mine. I don't have my wallet here. I have a Crow card. I have like the red one. I will say this. I am a bit of a credit card collector. Like that. I don't collect cars. I don't collect shoes. I don't know. Like the only thing in my life that I kind of irrationally collect are credit cards. And I will say the Crow card is the absolute best card. Now, nothing to do with the way it works. It's a debit card. It's not a credit card. I never use it. It's nothing to do with like its rewards or anything like that. But the physical construction of the card is unmatched. I have every other freaking card that I can find that's like metal. None of them are as good as the Crow card. Talking about the physical construction of it. It's beautiful. I wish it was credit. I would actually use it then. What's up, Alchemist? How you doing, bro? George, drunk again. You're drunk again, George. Go home. Don't go home. Stay here. Harvey Birdman. XTZ XTZ was on our list last month. Oh, by the way, I owe the patrons a new monthly breakdown. Keep tuned for that. I don't know what's on this guy. This is probably old. Womp womp. This is very old. Got a little double top. I like it. When I see double tops or double bottoms, I'm looking for entries. That's what we're saying. On the weekly. All right. Ooh, yeah, man. You're looking to twist if you can push higher. And this weekly is absolutely calling for a move up here. Absolutely. That is a fat, flat cloud. What is that at? 22. My screens are farther away now. Also, this room is really echoey because there's nothing in it. I'm having trouble seeing these little numbers. There you go. 22,100 sats. Absolutely calling for it. Alex hungry. Yeah, crappily though. What sucks, the only thing that sucks about this is that we got to cross under the cloud. And so that's a pretty weak bullish signal. What that might suggest to me is that over time we do trend up to that 22.1. But then we're likely going to reject. Maybe it peaks out. Then we're likely going to reject and we're going to try to find some kind of higher low. And then maybe you continue. This is not a very strong sign. Not a strong signal. But you know, not a strong signal. It's still a bullish signal. So is what it is. As long as this keeps closing above its TK and KJs, that's 12,300 XTZ. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I like that the cloud's looking to twist. Let's get rid of all this and see. The macro here, not too bad either. Look at this macro. What is that? What do you see here? See a descending triangle, descending wedge, which that rejection up here, without even knowing it, pretty close to that, even actually right here overlaps with it. So maybe actually it does this. Maybe you look for that higher low down here. I can see that. You got a huge descending. This is on the weekly of a huge descending wedge. The probability, again, everything's probability, of it breaking to the upside is higher than the downside. Both are possible. Neither is guaranteed. Well, one of the two is guaranteed because it can't, eventually it runs out of room. But the probability in a descending wedge like this of it breaking to the upside is higher than it breaking to the downside. That's a good macro. Ooh, wow. Well, we just saw the future. Look right here. Oh, my allergies. I live next to a bunch of corn now. Oh, my allergies have been driving me nuts. Hopefully that goes away soon. Our 200 weekly just spawned. July, August of this year. Look at what value that's at. 21, just below. So we have our 200 weekly untested, brand new, fresh out the womb. And what we do see is those tend to be tested when they pop out of nowhere, meaning this has traded 200 weeks as of right here. As of July 26th, 21, we had 200 weekly candles, and so the 200 weekly moving average spawned, I like to call it, was generated. 1 week before, 199 weeks, you don't have a 200 weekly moving average. Next week comes, you do, pops out of nowhere. And when price is far away, especially, we do tend to see price go test those. It's almost overlapping. It's almost overlapping with what we saw on the Ichimoku cloud. That's two pieces of evidence, both suggesting the same value. We have on the daily, the 100 and 200 crossing bullishly. You do have bearish divergence on the double top. And you're struggling with the daily 20. But I mean, really, look at... This is going to be hard to be bearish on. Bitcoin giving us a little bit of red. 222 likes. I guess we're just like not going to go. We're just not going to go for 420 today. That's all right. This is our first time back. I haven't streamed since the 22nd. That's 8 days. The fact that anybody showed up is amazing. Tim Apple trying so hard to be patient. Well, my friend, if you're succeeding, it's going to pay off eventually. Promise. Always does. What's up, Kryptonian21? Can I look at Sol BTC? Possibly. What's up, Craspy? Juan, how you doing? Zach Thompson, I should look at URUS. URUS is on fire. Let's see what's on fire. Zach Thompson, I should quit vaping and get on the herb. Well, the problem is that YouTube not so cool with the herb. So I gotta make do. Let's see what's moving. AXS, 7.6% in the last hour, 41% over the last 24. AXS is moving. DSO. So DSO used to be Clout. They renamed it to DSO, and all of a sudden the price went nuts. That's how stupid we are, guys. Literally, things can just change their ticker, and all of a sudden we no longer, I don't know, it's not bearish anymore. That's how silly this market is at times. Speaking of Clout, I have a Clout account. Feel free to check it out. Tom Crown Coin. There's my Clout account. Follow me. IOTA making some moves, 17% in the last day, 2% in the last hour. LTC making a little bit of move. Juan, maybe you're right. What's interesting is I don't see the URUS. Maybe I have I don't know why. This is only top 100 for some reason. Why? It's still only showing me the top 100. What the heck? Like on my phone, I know how to change that. But for some reason, can't figure it out. What? Why? Coins? What if I don't show stats? On the app on the phone, there's just like a tab here that you can filter by top. Like top 100, top 300. No, I can't find it. You'd think it'd be under filter, but then there's nothing under filter. Like, that's not helpful. I think I give up. Ew. Ew. The lady just texted me and said there was a bug inside the pistachio she was eating. Ew. Bug in pistachio. I'm Googling it quick. Apparently that's common. Small bugs can be very abundant in pistachio clusters. Can you get sick? Ew. That's gross. She's in the bathroom throwing up. Excellent source of protein. It's an excellent source of protein, babe. She's not going to like that. I'm going to get in trouble for that. Well, Queen Gecko, I don't know what you're doing. I don't know why you're being a dig. She just yelled something back. That's going to get me in trouble. You guys are a bad influence. And I like it. All right, LTC back above the butt trade levels, but not looking that great yet. What do we got? AXS. Let's look at AXS here. Currently the top gainer at the moment, AXS, which I guess I don't have a chart for. I thought I did. Let's pull one up. Top gainer in the top 100 because it won't let me sort by all for some reason. I'm going to look at it on my phone. There we go. All right, you weren't lying. She said, I did not consent to maggots in my pistachio. And I would agree. I don't think she did. I'm pulling this up really quick on my phone because I can't figure out why it won't show me. All right, if I sort by all, there's a bunch of them with like no market cap that are up a jillion %. So maybe not by all. It's like top 300. AXS is still, even in the top 300, up the highest. All right, I'm not going to sit here like that forever. Let's take a look at this, because it's doing something here. Breaking the new all-time highs, currently trading at $107. Never seen this coin in my life, apparently. Measured moves above us. 143. 186. Those are looking like pretty likely levels. It has broken through its weekly resistance at $82. Has not back tested it as support. That might be an entry. 82. This could be a play. I think it's going to 142. Dang. Dang, son. Where'd you find these? On the monthly, you really don't have any support built behind you. That's what sketches me about these coins. It's trading at $108 on the monthly. $10.22 is the only level. It's the only level of support on the monthly. That's a long way to drop. The weekly is better. See a trade down just below 50. But weekly support would suggest maybe 43.90. Huh. This thing's trucking. Maybe we just watch this for a while. It might go to 142 like today. 116, 117. Let's go. Let's go, bulls. Friendly reminder, guys. This is the worst time to buy right now. This is a little learning lesson. When you see this, this is when you're taking profits in something you already have, right? You already have this. You look to take profits. Probably aim some profit taking up here. If you don't have this coin, this is the stupidest time to now all of a sudden want it. And I know it's like not that you're stupid or anyone. Our emotions push us to that. It's going up. I want to get in. I want to miss it. What if it goes to 142 like he's talking about? Well, it probably will. But you're buying it at the all-time high. That's just a rule of thumb. You don't do that. Don't do that. The rule of thumb. You've already missed out on so much of the gains, and you're chasing. You're chasing for minimal gains. Like from right here, if it goes to 143, that's a 23% gain. That's not bad, right? Sure. But if we go back to support, that's a 30% loss. Just back to support, you're down 30%. It's not good. It's not a good risk to reward. That's why we're always looking for these back tests. We want to emotionally buy here. We don't emotionally want to buy here normally. But 99% of the time, this will get you wrecked. And I don't know, maybe 60% of the time, this will give you a great trade. It very well could do this. We don't buy all-time highs here. We wait for pullbacks. Hopefully pullbacks on like a weekly or monthly support. Yeah, if you get a pullback here to 83, you got yourself an inverse head and shoulders. Fancy that. Our indicators really aren't going to help us. They're all just going to be maxed. Money flow just gaining. RSI looking great. On the 5 minute, we don't have any bearish divergence on this high or on the 15 or on the 30. 30 is when it starts to get sketchy. That's wild, though. I don't know. Does this look like a bearish market to you guys? Does it? Nice 42% here intraday. Doesn't feel like a bear market. Well, not a lot else to do there. We're just kind of gonna wait, see what happens with it. I wish I could figure out this CoinGecko crap. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I've been enjoying Twitter more as a creator lately. Has good reach. LTC. Well, you know, I might have called that too early. Might have called that ugly too early. Bam. And it had already done that. All right. I'm thinking out loud here, guys. Give me a sec. Weird. Didn't quite reach its 618. We had a fall. We had a retracement. Just shy of the golden pocket. Weird that it didn't make it there. Very unusual. But then, fortunately, We saw a move back, a retracement again, which perfectly hit that golden pocket, and now we're seeing green. Logically, the next thing to look for is to repeat that pattern. Boom. 194. See how this plays out. And if you can break 232, measured move puts you back at close to the all-time high. Butt trade could be worse. Could be much worse. Oof. 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 Man. You're just hanging on by a prayer here. So on Bitcoin, we saw that cloud really hold its support. On Litecoin on the weekly, we actually pierced through it. Not ideal, but I mean, you've got 187. That's what we just looked at, basically 190 for your 618 retrace again. Right at that TK on the weekly, that's going to be some resistance. That's not great. But even if you manage to get above that, man, you get the Kaijun at 260. You have multiple points of resistance. And in between that, you have a weekly resistance at 232. Kind of the saving grace here on the weekly for me is that this is looking to roll over. Or this is looking to twist for the winds to change. But as much as I would love this to go to the moon right now, I don't see it yet. Just don't see it yet. Man, look at this BTC pair. %. It is Litecoin in BTC pair valued against Bitcoin is 6% off of its 2021 low. 6%. There's an excellent trade here. Excellent trade here. Let's just FOMO trade it on this one. There it is. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that 8.8 risk to reward. Stopping it below the yearly low. Looking to take profit all the way up here, just above 0.005. You could even do this. Dang. You could even go below 0.003. This is what you want. Counterintuitive. Uncomfortable, as you'll find in crypto. The things that are comfortable are often the wrong move, and the things that are uncomfortable are often the right move. This is what you want. You want something that is valued against Bitcoin very low versus its historical average. Litecoin is one example. There's many. And the reason B is just like everything. Eventually, we're going to look for it to retrace. And when it does, that's when you can get the big gains. This is provided that it just goes back to the golden pocket. Just goes back to the 618, 250% gain on Bitcoin. Goes back to its all-time high, 651%. If it makes a new high, might be looking at 2,500%. That's against Bitcoin, not against dollars. So that 2,500% could be in USD way higher. Way higher. Is it going to happen? I don't know. I think so. I think so. Let's see how that FOMO trade works out. Let's put a little rip if it trades below. Let's put some money signs. There we go. Cool. Bitcoin not really doing much, is it? Not really doing much. Sultan Oda. Do I hold any DGB? I do. I do. Guys, I'm always transparent with my holdings. I would never have something and lie about not having it, or not have something and lie about having it. DGB, not only do I have DGB, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is my 9th largest altcoin holding, making it the 10th, my 10th largest position. That's right. Hasn't been looking good. Still, I don't think still looks really great yet, but I believe that eventually it will. I never looked at Ethereum, you're right. We should do that. Screen Blop is tripping on some. What's up, Screen Blop? How you doing, Air Random? Dude, Zach Thompson, you know what you're talking about, man. Guys, like, this is my, really, like, my biggest holding, my biggest altcoin holding, actually, other than Ethereum, is Litecoin. So I'm always careful about being overly bullish about it, because I don't want you guys to invest based on me. Like, based on, like, you know, my holdings. What happened to my screen? Oh, wow. So, the light is coming in. I don't know how to fix that. There's light coming in from the window. That's super annoying. Maybe we'll go over here for today. No. Dang it. Good call, though. I didn't see that. That must have slowly kind of peeked in. Huh. How can I fix this on the fly? I don't know. That sucks. That's what it is. That just sucks. Could make myself very big. Now you can't see the charts. Let's do this. Flip it horizontal. It's a little better. We'll take it for today. I'll figure that out. I clearly have to get blinds for these windows. So that was just the light coming in from the window, hitting the green screen, illuminating part of the green screen and creating what looks exactly like my window. Troll Master, what's up, man? Diego, welcome, welcome. Yeah, thank you for the heads up. I wouldn't have noticed that. What I was saying is, I don't want anyone to invest because, I don't want them to be influenced because I believe in Litecoin. So I'm always very kind of reserved when I say things about it. But I can comfortably say that even if this isn't Litecoin, this is what you're looking for. This is how you can get those insane gains, because what we'd be looking for is a retracement in its value against Bitcoin, preferably while Bitcoin's increasing in value, and that has a compound effect. So it doesn't have to be Litecoin. Litecoin, this is just my choice. But charts like this is what you want to find. These are typically unattractive, especially to new investors. They don't like it, right? It's red, it's ugly, it's not going up. New investors tend to like this chart. This is the worst chart. You don't want to buy this chart. This is terrible. It's basically at its high. You're basically buying at all-time high. So that logic reversed, you're looking for coins, and I would say you want to do this with long established projects with mid to high market caps, not micro caps. But this is what you want because they have a lot of room to the upside. If you buy something else, let's say this isn't Litecoin. There it is. Now this is no longer Litecoin, this is mystery coin, okay? You buy here, and you can see these gains against Bitcoin, right? You have a lot of upside. If we're in the opposite scenario, and you're buying, this is Mystery Coin Y, you're buying here, you're pretty much already at the all-time high. You have such a small, like 8%, 10% back to really the all-time high in this coin Y, Mystery Coin. What you're going to end up doing is seeing that 8%, and then you're going to end up seeing it fall. So again, doesn't have to be Litecoin, but go. That's your homework. Go search for charts like this. Make sure they're mid. I would say at least mid cap. Let's say 10 billion. And make sure that their chart, aka that their coin, has existed, I would say, for 2 years. If you can fit those two categories, 3 years, 4 years would be better, but 2 years. Those two categories, if you can find a chart like this, you might be sitting on a gold mine. That's all I'm saying. Doesn't have to be Litecoin. What's up, Tristan Martinez? What's up? Left is right. Mr. Ragsdale. It's good to see you, man. Just crop it out of your camera view. I can't crop it. As a source, I can't crop it. I don't know. I got rid of the window, though. Wait, BitBoy said DGB Blue Moon says E main 47. Did he really? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how to feel about that. Look, I love BitBoy, but I don't know if I want him bullish on my coins, okay? Too many eyes. Too many eyes. Crypto is... They redid this whole site's layout, and I'm having like crazy trouble finding anything. Too many eyes. When they're looking at something to go in one direction. Too many eyes means typically it's not going that way. Look at Grayscale LTC. Here you are. I don't really see anything of note. We saw that premium get squashed down to 5%. Looks like they've unloaded it very slowly. I'm not really sure what I'd be looking at here. Maybe you can give me some more insight. Top right. Go to top right. No. Another time. I'm not really sure what I was looking at. Just looks, it doesn't really look like anything changed. I just need to put curtains up. If I put a curtain there, it won't be a problem. And honestly, I have to anyway, because this happened to me yesterday. And think about it. Eventually, that light will make its way all the way over here into my eyes. So, I see what you're saying. Yep, I could digitally zoom it, but the problem again is that that light will continue as the sun moves. It'll continue over here, and eventually, it's directly on my face. But thanks, guys. I'll fix that. I'll have that fixed for next stream for sure. Kevin K, people always give me hell for liking LTC. Kevin K, you tell them that Tom Crown told them they can shove it. And when they got Tom Crown gains, they can come tell you about LTC. There you go. I keep forgetting about Ethereum. We'll take a peek at Ethereum here. All right. Exactly as predicted. Exactly as predicted. If you're a patron, you got this trade set up. One of the few breakout trade setups I ever posted. From 3,300 to 4K. Boom. Done. Rejected from 4K. Womp. Fell back down. Where are we now? Who was it? Who was it? Are you here? Someone back here. Someone back here. Someone in mid-September tipped to see Ethereum. They'd said this. It said, take a look at the chart, whatever. Would it... Like, I'm looking to buy Ethereum at 3,000. What do you think? And I said, obviously we don't give financial advice, but in my opinion, 3,000 doesn't make any sense. If we hit 3,000, then we have this ugly pattern, and we don't want it at 3,000. Does anybody remember what I said? I said if I was looking to enter at 3,000, I would wait for 2,725 is what I think it was. But we'll go with 2,776 because that's the number here. I said I would wait for this because it's not likely to stop at 3, and if it does, it's likely to have a weak bounce and fall lower. So live here, someone got a 10% better entry just from that. Traded down, let's see, traded down to 26.50, but that 27.76 here, an amazing entry. Congrats. I don't remember who it was. Somebody owes Tom Crown a beer, man. Daily momentum, finally positive. RSI is just nothing right now. Money flow looking good, though. VWAP's trending up. Money flow is positive. Ethereum does seem to be battling for its 50 and 20 dailies. Currently trading directly beneath the 50. The 20 sitting at support 31.61. Looking for a close would be ideal above that 50. Would be ideal. Once uno segundo. KJ right there at that 50. Man, that's going to be some resistance. 31.50 maybe, 31.50. 31.62. Get rid of that. If we see a close here below the 50 daily, below the KJ daily, would not surprise me to see a back test here. 31.6, 3163. That'd be back testing previous daily local resistance. We see 1, 2, 3 touches to that. We broke through it. Holding at 31.63. That's how you make progress. If you close higher, of course, you can just continue to move up. But I think the most probable move here is a close below the 50, a move back to 31.63. Oh crap, now what? Now this is all dark. What the heck? What is happening? It's because the light's on me. See, I told you the light would creep over. That is real sunshine. That is not camera. See? It's ruining my shoot. You're ruining my shoot. Wait. I have an idea. I'm going to virtual zoom that. Maybe. But with the light hitting me, it's screwed. All right, this is the best we can do. With the natural light hitting me, it's going to mess with the camera's focal lensy thing, right? And so it's just going to make everything look bad. I'll have it fixed for next stream. Don't worry. Don't worry. I think this is the probable on ETHUSD. I think we see close below the 50 daily. You look to test what was resistance here. Actually, it was resistance. Then it was support. Then it was support. Then it was support. Then it was support. Then it was resistance. So to be tested as support before moving higher, pretty probable. Watch that daily close. It's likely going to give you the answer. A close above the 50s has more reasonable move to the upside. Close above the 50. I'm going to get rid of some of this. This is still in play. Don't need this. There we go. Chart looks a lot better. So Ethereum and USD not looking terrible. Not looking terrible. It's taking the slow path, but we'll see. Does the US or does the BTC pair have more for us? One, two, three tests on the weekly of 0.77. All we're looking for here is a higher low, preferably holding this previous swing low here. 0.65. Preferably holding that. 20 weeklies right there. And then you're looking for a retest of 0.77. This is the pattern we like to see. And that's only pointing in one direction. To that 0.1 area that I still believe It'd be very likely. This was the gap. This was the void that I was talking about. You guys were here when we were talking about Crow. This is the void I was talking about with Ethereum. We fell through it. We didn't see any real retracement. And so, when we got to it, we filled that void. Now we can move to the upside. Momentum still struggling there. On the weekly, momentum struggling. Money flow struggling, market cipher struggling as well. But maybe the weekly isn't the time frame that's showing us. Money flow on the monthly, good. Look at this. On the monthly, the 50 and 20 month moving averages crossing bullish, crossing golden for the first time ever right here on this month. Could see that happen. That's possible. That would put us to that 0.44 area. I don't think that's the probable, though. I think the probable is to the 0.1. But that's spicy. This has never happened before. I should make a clickbait video. What do you guys think? This has never happened on Ethereum. Ever. Not even once. Not even if there was a fire. Never happened. This light is trolling the crap out of me. I'm going to fix that. Hey, remember when I was just saying now is the worst time to buy it? Well, it hasn't really retraced that much, but you literally would have bought it at 117 and it would have fallen down to 107. That's why we don't buy all-time highs. Wait for that pullback. There we go, corn. Let's go. Let's go. Keep going. No. Keep going. Do. 15 minutes still cleared for takeoff, man. Or 5 minutes still clearing for takeoff. 15 in the same boat. 49 to 80. There, it's following me. It's following. There's nothing I can do. It's just going to keep moving closer. It's a bummer. It's a bummer. So good. That's so funny that BitBoy shilled DGB. That's weird because DGB is decentralized. It's like Litecoin, it's like Bitcoin. There's no company. Like there's foundations, like Litecoin Foundation. But there's no company to shill it. Oh, wow, Jeremy, I missed that for some reason. I'm sorry, brother. Play it again. Is it going to read it? I don't know why it's not reading it. I'll read it for you, Jeremy. Hello, Mr. Tom Cruise Crown. Dude, thanks for the 50. You're so generous, man. You don't gotta do that. You don't gotta do that. I appreciate you. Pivotal, you solid, baby. That 2.7 area. Locked and loaded. That's what we do here. Stefan Treffler, great to see you. Yeah, I've been moving. For everybody who wasn't here, I've been moving. I had to move out of my old apartment. I moved into the new house here. So I was not really around. I was busting my butt. Dude, moving is the most miserable experience ever. Just ever. Spent thousands of dollars moving. Spent dozens. If I would say maybe even 100 hours moving. Never again. Sell Grandma's plasma. Hey, if Grandma's down with it, sure. Sure. 29,000 you were or 2,900 you were happy. 2,800 back then. 27.75. I think that's what it was. Right here. Guy wanted to buy a 30 or a 3. I said, nah, I wouldn't. Wait for that 27. Right on. Right on. Man. Have you guys joined the Discord? Have you liked? Have you subscribed? Most importantly, have you signed up for Patreon? Guys, today's the best day. Patreon bills you on the 1st of the month or whenever you sign up. So if you sign up today, you get the whole month. If you wait wait 2 weeks, then you're only getting two weeks out of the month. There's nothing I can do about it. That's how they bill. So don't wait. Just sign up today. It's the best value. What's up, Aiden Chan? Seems like we'll hit that 0.5, yeah. Stinky clothes, throw a blanket over the window. I know. I will. I promise you guys, this will be fixed for tomorrow. There's nothing I can do about it right now. There's no rod. There's no like curtain rod. There's no hooks. There's nothing there I can put over it. There's nothing that will hold it up right now. Window candle is bullish. It's haunting me, man. It's coming after me. I'll reverse this again. See if that helps. That's the problem. It's either we're going to have too bright or too dark. And it's because the sun is literally... There it is. Sun's literally blasting me. Right there. That's creepy. Makes my smile look great. Cheers, Robin. Hey, Robin, how you doing? Been a while. Thanks for the hours. It's good to be back, guys. It's good to be back. I'm rusty. I'm not on top of the markets like I have been every day for years because I just haven't been able to. Had to move. But the move's over. The crown is back. We're back, baby. We're going to be live tomorrow. We're going to be live the next day. We're going to be live the next day. We're going to be live the next day. That's right. We're back. Dang, I can't even imagine. Having like a bunch of fragile stuff moving. It was miserable. You work for a removal company. I broke down and ended up paying some people for some hours because I just couldn't do it. I hit my limit. Chad will. I like it. Wait. Nice and shiny. Can't get the angle right. Yeah, it's just ruining everything. Look, you can see the windowsill on me. Here it is. Yeah, man. Thanks for being here, guys. I had no idea how many people would show up. We haven't been live for a while. That tends to hurt the numbers, but... You've been moving for a month now. It never ends. Crap, don't tell me that. 2 red ducks. How you doing, bro? It's Pumptober again, man. Right on. Dude, if I didn't have sunglasses on, dude, I know it is. This is like, it's so trolly. You can like see it. That's why I wear the shades, man. Life's bright. Yeah, if I remove these, it will blow the sun up, ending life on the planet. Bitcoin being a tease. We've been live 2 hours. You know, I wanted to get on today. I wanted to spread the good word. Really, I mean, I have to talk about Patreon at the start of the month because it's just like, if you're going to sign up, just do it at the start of the month. I did offer this to our first person. Oh, someone else signed up. Shrank. It's over 9,000. Corey jumping in the Patreon. Good to have you, brother. Leon, that's 2 today. Nice. Leon signed up for Patreon and he said, I've signed up for all these patrons. You know, like basically, I've signed up for a bunch. I pay for a bunch and I don't get value out of them. Kind of, you know, I'm worried about that. So I'll make this offer. I'll make this offer to anyone who signs up today, at least. Maybe I'll extend it for a week. If you sign up today and by the end of the month, you're very dissatisfied, come talk to me. We'll figure out a refund. There you go. There's your safety guarantee. That's right. And hopefully it'll encourage people to sign up sooner rather than later. Bitcoin, you're going to these targets, but you're just going to wait. You're going to drag it out and make it boring. My short, no. My short's still open. Technically, now it's probably underwater by a little bit. But with funding, it's probably still positive. Is it a trap? Could be. Rod Santos, do you remember? Do you remember? What do I remember? Probably. Solta Nigus, welcome. Arthur Durati, our newest members. Thanks for subscribing, everybody. We are going to make it. We're going to make it to 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That's my goal. Currently, 38,750. Guys, when we started this year, when we started 2021, I think we had just under 10,000. Now we are 11,250 away. We can do it, I believe. Because we got the best viewers in the world. What's up, Todd? First time watching the stream? Oh, you picked a good time. This is the first stream we've had in over a week. But we're back. At the start of the month, we always go hard. Last month I had moving, so I was just unable to do anything. But we will be live every day now. Every day we will be live every day this week. There you go. So tune in again. We've been live for like 2 hours. I'm kind of just waiting on Bitcoin to hit this target. It's taking its dandy time. Is there a coupon code? No, there's so Patreon handles all the billing, and I don't have any inclusion, and I don't have anything to do with it. And so things like that, like coupons or whatever, like I can't give someone an account. Like they have to go through Patreon. It's how they control the money, you know. It's how they're the middleman. As the sun begins to rise. It's just teasing me. Go to the target. That's what we'll do. Go to the target. Let me send out these messages. Please, if you haven't yet, subscribe. Help us get to 50,000. We're going to get there by the end of the year. Join Discord to keep up with our daily live streams. I'll put this chart up after the live stream as well for you to join in. Live chat 24/7. Educational content. Really, it's the best way to keep up with the live streams. And I forgot, actually, what we're doing now. If you're in the Discord, all you have to do is be in there. Make sure you verify by clicking the emoji. That's all you have to do to make sure you're not a bot. Bots, impossible. Can't click emojis. All you have to do is verify, and we've been doing airdrops. So basically, you'll get some crypto just from being in there for free. Sure, it's not a lot, but maybe someday it'll be worth something. Just a little extra incentive. October, I like that one too. October is simple. It's simple and elegant. Well, I gotta run out, I guess, to go get curtains. A few other things for the stream I've noticed that we need. Been live. I'm gonna throw this chart up on the Discordio. I'm gonna do that right now so you guys can see it. It'll be in the public live stream room. If this would work. There it is. It's live, buddy. Oh, she's live. Okay, good. And you guys are going to subscribe and join the Discord and check out Patreon tonight. And then you'll tune in tomorrow, and I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to do more analysis, as always. The second I say this, Bitcoin hits an alert. Are you kidding me? Just slightly higher high. I think it's just going to do this all the way up to our target. How annoying. How annoying. Whew. Ivan. I don't know. Hey, Jason Casper's a great guy too. Him and I we do a lot of things different and a lot of things the same. He's a talented guy, but I appreciate you. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll be live again tomorrow. Tune in. Don't miss it. Around the same time, about 3 p.m. East. I hope to see you all there. Thanks for joining us again. It's been a while. We've been out, but we're back in business, baby. We're going to be live every day. So I hope you join. Happy trades and crown out.